Hi, and welcome to the Happy Heart Gentle Yoga Flow, part of our Fall into Wellness series. My name is Steph Paulson, and today we'll be focusing on opening up our hearts and allowing joy to flow in. This flow is a little bit slower, so it's perfect for those busier days. We'll end with a little bit of pranayama to balance the energies. Let's begin. I have 2 blocks with me. It might be helpful to have a towel or a blanket nearby as well if you don't have blocks. Let's get started. All right, buddy. We're gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna begin in fish pose. The way I like to set this up is having one block on level 2 and the block that will be for your head on level 3. Of course, you can adjust these settings. If you don't have blocks, use a towel or a blanket rolled up and you'll place it right where the shoulder blades will meet. So right where this block is. Okay. So take this time to get comfortable. Your knees can be bent, your legs can be extended. They can also be in reclined bound angle pose, reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. And just take a moment to notice. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. And take time to notice your thoughts. Just observe the subtleties that are going on in your body and your mind. Take this time as an opportunity to let go and become present. We'll be here for about another minute. Let's release any ideas on what we think we should be or what we think this pose should look like. We're just gently opening up our heart and allowing joy to come in. If your eyes are shut, go ahead and blink them open. Let's roll over to one side, coming off of your blocks. And just move your blocks to the side. Let's come into a child's pose, Balasana. Now, let's take our knees together for this one and allow our torso to rest on top of our thighs. You can use a block underneath your head for a little support or rest your head on the mat. Now we're really incorporating this idea of being gentle and being kind. kind to ourselves, kind to our body, kind to our mind. Notice how your belly and rib cage expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, everything contracts, coming back to the midline. On your next exhale, go ahead and press yourself up, coming to all fours just for a moment. Take your knees just about hips width apart. Walk your hands out towards the top of the mat and shoot the hips back for a puppy dog stretch. Your head can be resting on a block or the mat. Notice how you feel in this shape. Notice how your heart opens. On your next exhale, press yourself up. All right, let's come into Sphinx pose. So we're gonna lower ourselves all the way down, uncurl the back toes. You can take your feet about hips width apart. I like to press my pinky toe side into the mat and roll my inner thighs up high to the ceiling, but relax the glutes in this one. Take your forearms to the mat. Elbows can be slightly in front of the shoulders. If this is too much tension on your lower back, walk the elbows away from the shoulders. That could relieve some tension. Now go up any amount that's gentle and that's nourishing for your body. Now these slower, more gentle practices, they're so good to add into our week, especially when a week has been stressful, busy, nonstop. Taking these few minutes to slow down is so important. It's about balance. Sometimes we achieve balance daily, sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's monthly, right? No matter what, just do the best you can each day. Show up authentically as yourself and show yourself love and compassion. Go ahead and release out of Sphinx. Bend the elbows, take one hand on top of the other, and gently rock and roll the hips side to side. Let's pick the left foot off of the mat, left foot up. Extend the right hand and take the left palm to the mat. Press yourself over to the right side, coming into a shoulder stretch, a chest opener. Now your top leg can be bent like mine. It can be straight. Your right arm can be in a T position, or you can cactus it. That's going to be more intense. Choose what your body needs today. So yoga is a practice of looking within, finding the wisdom and knowledge within us, and taking that time to notice and to honor what we need. Let's take it to the second side. So extend the leg, roll, and pause in the center. Notice how one side feels in comparison to the other side. Bend the right knee. Take the left arm out to a T position, or you can cactus. Take your right palm to the mat and press yourself over to the left. We'll be here for about a few breaths. And I encourage you to find a place that's comfortable. There might be a little bit of opening or a little bit of a tug across the chest, but it shouldn't be painful. If you notice pain, back off immediately. And let's take it to our belly. Take an inhale here. Belly and rib cage expand, exhale. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself up to all fours. Right foot comes in between your hands, coming into a low lunge. Bring the arms up. Lengthen both sides of the torso, slide the shoulders away from the ears. Interlace your hands, everything except for the pointer, finger, and thumb. Take an inhale, find length. Exhale, just a baby back bend here. So pulling that belly button in, lifting the hip bones to be in line with the bottom rib cage, and a gentle lift of the heart. Stay here for another breath or two. Exhale, bring the hands down. You're more than welcome to use your blocks or just take your hands to the mat. Slide the hips back for a half split. Find length in the spine here. Press your shoulder blades into your heart. So a very, very small, almost cobra back bend here. Slide the shoulders away from your ears. And remember to smile. Smiling is an energy that's very magnetic. It attracts lots of positive vibrations to you. Let's bring it back to a low lunge. Move the blocks out of the way. Slide the front leg back. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Inhale, drop the belly button to the mat, lift the heart. Exhale, round out the spine. Just a couple more. Inhale. Matching your breath to your own movement. It can be faster, it can be slower. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Come into a neutral spine. Second side. So left leg goes in between your hands. Inhale the arms up. We're in a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Interlace your hands, everything except for the pointer finger and thumb. Maybe switch the interlace. Inhale, find length. Exhale, just a gentle heart opening here. So our Fall into Wellness series is really about being compassionate to yourself, being kind to yourself. Sometimes we can be our toughest critics. I'm right there with you. But learning to love yourself will do more then beating yourself up. Exhale, take the hands down, half split. Shoot the hips back. You can use blocks or just take your hands to the mat. Now remember, find length. So taking the sternum to the toes. Exhale, remove the blocks. Slide the front foot all the way back. 3 rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. Really articulate the spine even more. Last round. Come into a neutral spine. Flip the toes under, lift the hips high. Here's your first down dog. Feel free to move around a little bit, pedal out the feet. Honor what your body's asking. If it's stillness, be still. If it's a little movement, add a little movement. Inhale, right leg lifts, right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee. Stack the hips on top of each other. So we're opening up the hips here, the hip flexor. Let's take that right rib cage down to the mat. So a small twist. If this feels really good, really yummy, please stay here. If you would like a little bit more or you want to explore a different pose, you take the right foot to the ground, coming into wild thing. Press your shoulder blades into your heart. Let the head drop as long as it feels okay. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Let's spin back around. Shoot yourself back up to down dog. Second side. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee. Let's open up the hip. Take the left rib cage down to the mat. If you like this variation of 3-legged dog, scorpion, stay here. If you want to explore wild thing on the second side, drop the left foot and open up the heart. Lift the hips high. Pull that belly button in, protect the lower back. You can release the neck as long as your cervical spine is okay with it. 2 breaths here. And revolve. Come back to down dog. Walk your hands back to your toes. And forward fold. Uttanasana. Let the crown of the head reach towards the mat. Lift the hips high. Fold yourself. Maybe you take your forearms behind your calves, not required, but maybe it feels good in your body. Take this time to notice your energy. Has your energy shifted from the beginning of the practice? Release. Walk your hands out. Coming into plank just for a moment. You can drop your knees or shift forward, coming into chaturanga. And coming all the way down. Uncurl the back toes. Spiral the inner thighs up high to the ceiling. Coming into cobra for 3 reps. Here we go. Inhale. Opening up the heart. Exhale, coming all the way down. We have 2 more. Let's squeeze the elbows in towards the midline. Light weight in the hands. And on this last one, we're going to hold for a few breaths. You're welcome to take it into up dog if your body's asking for that. Keep breathing. Everyone meet and down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Look up at the thumbs. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, ground down through the feet. Rise, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Let's take it out to the long edge of our mat. Take your feet wide, maybe about 3 or 4 feet in between. Take your arms out. Feel this power. Interlace your hands behind you. You can hold on to a towel or you can hold on to your elbows. Inhale, open up the heart. Take the shoulders away. Baby back bend here. Exhale, tip at the hips. Fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. You can take your hands off of your lower back any amount. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Notice how that changes the stretch. One more breath here. Release the hands down to the ground. Inhale, find length. Exhale. Let's take the left hand towards the midline. Take the right hand to the hip and twist. Let's take that left hip away from the mat. So we're trying to level out the hips. And that's as long as your lower back feels okay. If the left hip dips a little bit and it's better for your lower back, that's fine. No matter what, find length in the spine. So we're stretching out through the crown of our head and our tailbone, revolving the rib cage and spiraling our heart up high to the ceiling. Option to extend your arm, not required. One more breath here. Exhale, folds. Let everything go. Second side, inhale, find length. Take the right hand to the midline, left hand to the hip, and we twist. Maybe we extend the top. Take one more breath. And release. Nicely done. Inhale, find length. Exhale, take your hands to the hip and rise. Fantastic. All right, take your feet together either by hopping or jumping or stepping. All right, come to the top of the mat. Let's bring it back down. Chair pose just for a moment. Reach the arms, sit the hips back, spiral the inner thighs down to the mat. Sink a little bit lower, sink a little bit lower, and all the way down. Take your hands down to the mat, take your feet down to the mat, knees are bent. And let's roll all the way down. Coming into bridge. Just 2 times. You can grab onto the outer edge of the mat or interlace your hands. Inhale, start to peel your hips off of the ground. Exhale, keep coming and keep breathing. Inner thighs stretching down to the mat. Knees are in line with the hips. If you interlace, you can walk your shoulders underneath. Lift the hips. Lift the sternum. Make sure this feels good for you, that this is nourishing for your body. One more breath. And release. Release the interlace. Bring the hips down. Let's be present. Maybe you have tingling sensations in your body. Maybe you can feel that energy. We have one more bridge. Inhale, start to peel the hips off of the mat. Maybe you interlace your hands. This time the non-dominant thumb on top. Keep lifting the heart. Enjoy this. Show your body some love. It does so much for you. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Take a moment to pause. Let's take the knees into the chest. Maybe you rock and roll side to side. Maybe you stay still. Take the arms out to a T position. Take the feet down to the mat. Slide your hips over to the left side. Let the knees drop to the right. If you like, you can extend the top leg or go into any variation of a twist that you like and that your body's asking for. Your gaze can go to the opposite way. And then just enjoy this release. You deserve this. If your leg's extended, go ahead and bend the knee. Bring everything back into the center. Slide your hips back to the midline. Take an inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Slide the hips over to the right side. Let the knees drop to the left. You can extend the top leg if that feels good. Maybe your gaze goes over to the right. And this is a great opportunity now to possibly close your eyes, to take away any outside stimulation and turn within. If your leg's extended, go ahead and bring it back in. Bring the knees back up to center. Slide the hips back into neutral. Take an inhale here. Exhale, let it go. You're welcome to go into constructive rest by taking your feet about mat width and dropping your knees in towards each other. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. If you prefer to go into traditional Shavasana, I invite you to extend your legs. Arms are by your side, palms are face up. Now for the next minute or so, we're gonna let everything go. So let go of thoughts. Let go of any tension that you're holding on to. Let go of any muscular tension. Let go of any stress. Start to become heavy, start to melt. Start to blink your eyes open if they're shut. Inviting the world back in. Let's roll over to one side. Keep your knees bent. Rest your head on your bicep. Let's have a soft gaze here. And press yourself up. Come into a comfortable seat. You can be sitting on the ground, on a block, or in a chair. Now let's start a little bit of pranayama, some breathing practices. We'll do 4 rounds of alternate nostril breathing. You'll take your pointer finger and your middle finger into the thumb pad. Your thumb will be on your right nostril and your ring finger will be on your left nostril. So using the right hand. Now, you're going to open up the right nostril with your thumb, breathe in, you close it and pause. You open up the left nostril, breathe out, and then you breathe in through the left nostril, close it. I'll walk you through it. I'll be right here with you. Let's begin. Open up the right nostril, breathe in for the count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Close the right nostril. Open up the left. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale through the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the left. Open up the right. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. I invite you to close your eyes. Inhale through the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the right. Pause. Exhale through the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. Pause. Exhale through the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times on your own. On your last exhale on your right hand side, go ahead and do 3 cycles of breath without the alternate nostril breathing. On your last exhale, maybe keep a soft gaze or blink your eyes open. Fantastic practice today. I am so proud of you. Sometimes less is more, and slowing down is so important. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. My name is Steph Paulson, and until our paths cross again.